mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up, I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got.
Coach, some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. This fielded at the 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Here's a guy coming off a strong rookie season, Gus Edwards. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Edwards, a man who went undrafted out of Rutgers, signed with the Ravens, and last year as a rookie, very productive. 718 yards in only 11 games played. 300-yard games in the second half of the season. All of them victories, really helping propel the Ravens into the postseason. Also had better than 5 yards per carry. Quite a start for the Staten Island native to his NFL career. Now Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18. His throw incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
Now that's a great play defensively, and one thing we do know, both of the corners are going to face a lot of action in this game, the way that offense likes to fling it around.
The safeties, they better be ready to be engaged as well. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked him, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Okay, needs to start heeding their advice. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Open man there is Patterson, complete. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Defense reception, baby. Watch twits. Watch twits. Nicholas, 66. Check 41. I got you, son. I got you.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing again on second and 10. Roethlisberger. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I can't help it. Every time I see an empty backfield, I almost revert to college football because that's an immediate alert for a quarterback drop. We don't see it as much in the NFL, and he stayed in the pocket and threw one incomplete. But I think if you got a guy with wheels, it could be a really nice play because a lot of defenses, when they see empty, they come with pressure.
And without that protection, he took a hit there, went down to the ground. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. On first and 10 is Conner. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense. Get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Mike 54.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now it's Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. T.J. Watt in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. This is taken at about the 14. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That will get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And that's now a 2-touchdown game as the Eagles have scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. They go play action here on first down. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And an alley to run. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 14-0.
14. Ravens, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Cyrus Jones on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Out, 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 out.
The give for Edwards running right. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball.
They'll go back to Edwards on first down. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And his throw here's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Sliding out of the pocket. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore in the middle of last year. Led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Jackson now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And now the ball comes out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They start with a give to Connor. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 48 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A run with Connor on 1st down, going to get about 5. 2nd and 5 coming up. Tim Williams makes the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! 48 Mike. Heat these two. Take 2 of them.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
To throw here, Roethlisberger toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Lucky. You know that's one that he would love to have back. That should have been picked off. Threw that one into a crowd. He's just so fortunate the defender couldn't react fast enough and get his hands up.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down to Hatch's time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Here we go. 54. 70 ending. 54 Mike.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. From the 38, Jackson. And an alley to run. And he's taken down inside the 30. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going to go up top. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
It's 2nd down and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. A spin. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, it's Edwards. And now they are knocking on the door inside Pittsburgh's 10. It's a big play there for Baltimore. Give him 69 yards on the ground. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw is Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. 54 mark.
Throwing is Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Chris Wormley. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Roethlisberger down around his goal line. And he's going to go down again. Matt Judon make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Shy of the 10. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Jones on the return. The field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Quick throw taken in by Snead. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Well, Snead figures to be an important veteran presence for Lamar Jackson. 2 years ago, it was a disappointing 2017 for Snead. That was in New Orleans. But then had a bit of a bounce-back campaign a season ago in his first go-around with Baltimore. 62 catches, 650 yards. Did have surgery in the offseason on his left index finger, but back to full health and ready to go. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he's got Snead. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the 1st down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
54. Come on, D.
Again, Jackson under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Javon Hargrave in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
54. Mike 5-4.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Back now in Baltimore. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Check the Nickers. 66.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. Give him 42 yards on the ground.
First down, Pittsburgh.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the slant.
Jackson now down around his goal line. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Under Pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a 2-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left. Those 2 points doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2 points right there, the play of the game.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, 75 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Jackson from the shotgun. They complete it to Hill. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Jackson, always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson. Now he'll escape to his left. Going deep downfield for Ross. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him. One of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Buying time to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Here's Jackson to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Roethlisberger will throw. Washington's got it. Think about some of the memorable performances that Ben Roethlisberger's had over the years, and one of them came against the Ravens. He threw 6 touchdowns back in 2014 in a win against Baltimore. And actually, now that I think about it, that was on the heels of a 6-touchdown performance in a win over Indianapolis the week prior. So October of 2014 was kind to Big Ben. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Conner, and he'll bring this one inside the 35. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Again, a run with Conner. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Let's go,
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Roethlisberger will hand to Conner. Room here to run. The 20. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, 50 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
We want it. Come to my work. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It got his man complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Jackson now. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. On first down, Connor. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Steelers, they will indeed finish over 500 at 9-7. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they wanted desperately to finish at 500, but that won't happen, as it'll be a 7-9 season in the end. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end. And for Charles Davis and our